Hello everybody, Angels here, and welcome back to Magia Record, episode 12, the penultimate one for this season, because we know that there is, I guess in total, 12 more episodes. It's like 4 plus 8, or 8 plus 4, something thereabouts. So, yeah, penultimate episode. I'm guessing the big thing, because we need to finish this episode, this season. Somehow the big thing will be the reveal of what the Magius is all about. Either in today's episode, and that's what the setup in a previous episode would lead me to believe, or perhaps in the finale, because we also need to have some finale, right? It needs to be a worthy episode. But enough about that, or I mean, not enough about that, but rather let's go through it in order. So, previous episode, what happened? Iroha set up a meeting with Tsukuyo Amane because she wanted to get to one of Ui's classmates, roommates, who is one of the Magius. That was a large chunk of the episode, setting up that meeting. Then everybody at the boarding house except Yachiyo went to a store to look for some gift for Yachiyo. Amazing looking store with all sorts of greenery and plants and stuff like that. I would love to live in a city like that. That solar punk, overgrown green vibe everywhere. It's amazing. I love it. And they set their eyes on a set of coasters for the mugs they already have. Had to fight a witch and get back to the boarding house. Then I think that was then that Mifuyu arrived instead of whoever it was that Iroha was expecting. They had a little chat. Mifuyu got to look through their drawers, through their cupboards. She got to see that they have a new set of mugs and whatnot. And Iroha and everybody who's willing, she doesn't discriminate, got an invitation to a seminar, to a lecture about how the Magius will save magical girls. So they are now going there, except Yachiyo. Yachiyo is, of course, very distant, very cold. She really is giving me the vibes of, oh, I forgot myself, I got friends, I shouldn't have, because I will only endanger them, because I cannot have friends, etc, etc, etc. Something like that is afoot. I have the distinct feeling. Then we got some shenanigans at the headquarters, quote unquote, with the she's not called handler. I forgot what name they used for her because we haven't seen her in a long while. But yeah, the one who, the operator, the handler, whatever you want to call her, who tunes their soul gems and stuff like that, who's probably responsible for a good chunk of the gacha mechanics, right, standing on one side of the screen while the other side has the menu of evolving your abilities and what have you. She was talking with Momoko, I believe. Yeah, I think it was Momoko, about something mysterious, something nefarious, perhaps even. We don't know what exactly. But we do know that later on, at the end or near the end of the episode, Momoko met with Rena, to talk to her about Yachiyo's past, because apparently it's significant to all magical girls ever. Which is another mindfuck that completely came out of nowhere, and it's probably going to go somewhere. Could it be that, like, I know Yachiyo is this serious version of Madoka slash Homura, and it's actually Yachiyo who's responsible for Kamihama City being the way it is, or I don't fucking know, man. Why would she be so important, so significant? I don't know, we'll see. And of course, our girls, that is Iroha, Tsuruno, Felicia, and Sana, arrived at the old museum, I think, abandoned museum, and they met one of the Magius. I don't remember her name. She should be listed on the list of characters, but I don't see her. Nanaka? No, could be not. Well, one of them, not the Magius that that Iroha wanted to meet up with, not Ui either, but the other roommate of Ui, who is a Magius. So now we have an official confirmation that both of her roomies are the Magius, and she probably is as well, although that is up for debate. Kuroi is still forgotten. She appeared twice, and nobody remembers her now. And I assume in today's episode we will learn about what's so special about Yachiyo, and we will learn about what Magius wants to do. Because Magius also wanted to recruit Iroha so that she can have easier time looking for Ui. Iroha, of course, denied that request, but she's willing to learn. So, hey, learning spirit, that's always nice. And that's basically it. I don't really have any better summary, and I should probably crank down the temperature. There we go. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that sums it up. Both my expectations for today's episode and the summary of the previous one. Just as a reminder, if you want to watch the next episode, the finale, early, it should be up on Patreon already, or will be in the matter of hours. And if not, then hey, next week it's gonna be up on YouTube for free for everybody. So with all of that, let's just watch this episode, right? The penultimate one. To do that, you will need your subs, of course, to follow along with me. I'm going to need my sound to hear what's going on in the show. I'm gonna have to untangle my cables. And I'm also gonna have to ask you guys for your support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube, or not. Share my content, spread the word. It costs you nothing and helps a lot. And with all of that out of the way, we can start watching Magia Record episode 12 in 3, 2, 1, go. Rain. It's raining. No, it is not. It's the storm. I started playing Reverse 1999 recently, and... Oh, is this the Yankee girl? Or just a memory? It's Yachiyo's conscience. Whomst. Yeah, it's memories, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's in her head. Told you so. I wonder why. I wonder what the reason is. Just, oh no, I'm unworthy of friendship, or everyone who becomes a friend with me dies horribly, or I know. Interesting how with every shot we get a little bit more color. Toka. Okay, so I was incorrect. Not Nanaka, Toka. Hello. What was that sound? She doesn't remember. Or pretends to not remember. Hmm. And yet... Here's the steam locomotive. Aren't we in like a memory place? Can't you utilize it to try and make her remember Ui? Okay. I'm taking notes. There we go. I'm listening. I'm all ear opening. And here I was a good student, all prepared and stuff. I'm gonna be honest, I fully expected Toka will actually remember Ui. And that Ui is somehow... I know, maybe Ui did something to create Kamihama City and left Toka and Nemu as... I know, her forces on Earth kind of sort of deal, right? She became a witch, she became the Kamihama, and Toka and Nemu are the guardians that execute her will, or something along those lines. Kinda like what Sayaka, I think, became to Madoka in Rebellion. Something thereabouts. But no, apparently then they don't know either, so... Fuck if I know what happened to Ui. My main theory just got disproved. Assuming, of course, Toka speaks the truth, which isn't a given. And okay, how is Yachiyo important? That also seems important. Yep, I'm all ears. Kaede? Black umbrella. While the both of them have fairly colorful ones. Okay, we're gonna be jumping to and fro so that we don't get the information, too quickly. She will die. Or turn into a witch. No, she will die. There's no gem to be corrupted, so she won't turn into a witch. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong about that. Not gonna ask Iroha? Is that was that Sayaka? No, Sayaka doesn't have a cross soul gem. Okay, what's up with Kaede? Is she Magius now? Okay, something fucky-wacky is going on with her. Is she a witch? Okay. That was the big reveal in Madoka Magica. How do you know that? How did you come to that conclusion? Witches. Right, okay. How are witches made? Oh, a hands-on demonstration? Hmm. Okay, a full dive VR MMO then? Why is everybody asleep? Oh, because they are going to dream this experience, I guess. Or it's only for Iroha's eyes. Hello, Kyuubey. Or is it Kyuubey? Kyuubey or Kyuubey? No, it's a regular Kyuubey. Kyuubey doesn't have the rings around his ears, I don't think. What's she using? A staff? With something at the end. Oh, no, it's a... It's a pipe. Okay. Fitting for a Yankee girl. They are you. Oh, that's who had the cross gem. Didn't Yachiyo call her on the phone, though? So she's not dead. Or was it someone else that she called? Okay, it had to have been someone else. Yeah, you're experiencing the past. Can't exactly change that. Unless you're strong enough with a magical girl, then you can make a wish. Or rather, you know, unless you have enough fate, charge, or whatever to become a magical girl to have a wish strong enough to reverse the time or change history or whatever. They're getting a lecture. I mean, you can do that as well. uh, huh? Did we time skip or? No, we are still in the dream world. Yeah, it seems so. And who is she? Oh, is that who Yachiyo called on the phone? But then even they died. Or something. She can't hear your nod through the phone. Just saying. Oh, that's a cool effect. Okay, so we know that Yachiyo survives. We know that Mifuyu survives as well. Bad luck divination, probably. She pulled the death card. And another one bites the dust. Oh, is she gonna ask Yachiyo to shatter her gem so that she doesn't turn? Or she's gonna turn into a witch, okay. I guess that also works. Another memory. Or just a time skip, okay. Or neither, I guess. Yep. Okay, what's going on the bridge right now? I mean, you're not incorrect. Yeah, that's the wordplay of Mahou Shoujo, right? Mahou is a witch, Mahou Shoujo is magical girl. Right? The ever utilitarian incubators. Great music, by the by. So, how does that play into what the Magius is doing? Well, they are somehow preventing witchification, but we still don't know how. Oh, is she gonna turn into a witch? But we know she's not a witch, so what gives? Did someone save her with a wish? Ui? I thought that maybe Ui noticed Mifui wanted to jump, noticed Mifui up there. She thought that she wants to jump and made a wish to save her, something along those lines. But no, apparently not. And this doesn't look like a regular witchification. This is Kamihama witchification, where she just gets the exoskeleton. Why though? Yeah, why? Is this already Magius at work? It's already Magius at work. And that's when they recruited Mifuyu. Right? That would track. I'm glad they call it witchification. Yeah, why? Very. Doppels. Okay. Okay, so it is her genius creation. Did she use her wish for it? Or did she figure out some sort of a technology? I mean, yeah, that actually works. I mean, while you're talking about it like that, it does seem very enticing. Where's the catch, though? And what's going on with Kaede? Why does she sound like a robot? Has she been recruited into Magius? That would explain why she wants to recruit Rena, but doesn't explain Why she talks like a robot. Also, would it mean that Momoko is also Magius? I know, man. Why is this so excruciating? Yeah, right? The cliffhangers. Okay, so I know more, and I also know less. Way to keep the questions all the way to the last episode, and perhaps even further. God damn it. It really seems like Ui is not involved in the Magius, in what's going on in Kamihama, or anything of that. Right? Huh. Shit. There goes my theory. There goes my theory, and worst of all, there's nothing to replace it. And nothing after credits. Go figure. Okay, let's watch this episode again, and let's try to make some heads or tails out of it. With the help of good old friend caffeine. And some ants I just had to crush. Okay, so it's the Yankee girl and the divination girl. Both are dead, which explains kinda sorta why Yachi is seeing them, right? She's seeing her dead friends. And they push her to act, despite her not wanting to get friends. So probably nothing like super big that's going on with her approach to I can't have friends. I really thought that it's, I know, as soon as I get a friend, the curse of Balal will arrive and scramble our tongues, and we're gonna need Symphogear to defeat it. Or, you know, nothing big like that, but rather, I had a friend, she died and it sucked. I had another friend, she died and it sucked. Well, I'm just not gonna get any more friends to avoid it sucking. That's basically the approach he's taking. Okay, understandable. Understandable, and the story we see in the flashbacks also explains what Momoko said, that what happened to Yachiyo involves all magical girls, because in this timeline it's basically Yachiyo who discovered the truths about being a magical girl. Okay, interesting. So she's not special in any sort of like magical way, like she made a wish to create Kamihama City or what have you. She's special because she was the one who learned those truths. Well, her and Mifuyu. The leader of the Black and White Feathers. Surprising, really surprising that she doesn't remember Ui. I really thought that we are onto something, that Ui made a wish that deleted her from existence but made the magical girl's salvation possible, and Toka and the other one, Nanaka? No, not Nanaka. Toka and what's her face? That Toka and what's her face just carry on and guard and whatnot. But apparently not. Apparently they legit seem to not remember Ui. So it's something more. Or not necessarily something more, but it's something else. And the whole entire lead of Magus is involved is completely false. Huh. OP. Any noticeable changes? Even if there are, I wouldn't be able to notice them. Right, we see a repeat of that. Kaeda appears very curiously. While Momoka and Rena have colorful umbrellas, Kaede has a black one. Does it signify that Kaede is dead? Kaede... She isn't dead. She didn't turn into a witch in any, like, a permanent way. She didn't have her gem cracked. She's not... I don't know. Whatever other ways there are in this universe to be dead. She's alive and well. Perhaps joined the Magus, but that's the extent of it? So why is she acting so bizarrely? She was charged with the duty to fight witches in order to obtain grief seeds. No, you don't lose your magic. You are freed of... Sure, absolutely. Death is freedom if you look at it that way. But no, you die. Why is Kaede acting so bizarrely? This creepy, unwavering smile. She's not, like... She should have been the first one to glomp Rena. Instead, it's Rena giving her a hug. And she barely reciprocates? Like, only after a while? What's wrong with Kaede? Like, I'm trying to look for any signs, for any... I don't know, maybe her ring being gone or something, anything, but there is nothing. Just her creepy smile and this line, "We can always be together from now on, Rena," and her completely robotic speech. Momoko knows what's up, or seems to know what's up at least. Is she also part of Magus? I don't know at this point, honestly. Lesson number 2. Oh, is that their gems? Yeah, Sana with the crown, Tsuruno with something. That would be Iroha with a chain and a ring, and Felicia with her horned hat. Okay. And another lesson. What are witches? And we go through the memories of Yachiyo. How she was fighting with her friends against a mighty witch, and then one of her friends' soul gem got shattered. Once that happens, restoration is impossible. Yep. Can't we do anything? Perhaps with a wish. Perhaps with a wish, we could do something. But you would need to find someone who is, first of all, a good candidate to be a magical girl. Second of all, has strong enough... what was the term used? Not a fate charge. Fate charge is something I just made up. But essentially, the thing that Homura accumulated over her many lives, many timelines, that something that Madoka had innately a lot of, right? That magicium, whatever. you'd have to have a lot of it, and then you'd make a wish, and you might, keyword being might, be able to fix a broken soul gem. Yeah, we are looking at their daily lives. Having fun, having friends. Having friends is fun. To Yachiyo, of course, right? She got over one of those deaths. She now has friends again. Interestingly, is it Momoko? It's Momoko, right? Interestingly, Momoko is involved here. Huh. I thought that she was pals with Kaede and Rena from the get-go, but it seems like she was involved with Yachiyo beforehand. Raspberry. And yeah, I will stand and fight, and you run. Of course, she didn't listen. She came back. Probably saw something in her cards. Right? Like you can see that one particular card, and her glancing at it probably saw her own death. That's why she was so at peace with it. Right, we don't have a grief seed. We can't clear it. She's gonna turn into a witch, inevitably. And she did. Turn into a nice and proper witch. And that's what happens to magical girls. And I would assume this is what Rena heard as well at the same time. I know, maybe. Still doesn't explain Kaede's behavior. Yeah, the same explanation that we got in Madoka Magica. Why is this so excruciating? Unable to confide in anyone, negative emotions darkened her soul gem, and she herself turned into a witch. But not quite, because Toka already managed to do something to the process and created the doppels, whatever that is. Whatever that is. Doppel. That means something second. A copy, a clone. Does it work by creating a copy of the magical girl so that one of them might get consumed by the witch, but the clone survives on? That would explain the term doppel. Maybe, kinda, sorta. Let me note it down just in case. Where are you, Meguca? There we go. Doppel creates a copy of a Meguca that lives on while the OG turns into the witch exoskeleton. That would explain the name, that would explain the... how it works, potentially. I guess it would maybe explain Rena's reaction. Maybe, like, Kaede knows what's up, so she Kaede somehow knows what she went through, how that doppel system works. So she came here and told Rena, hey, listen, I'm not the Kaede you knew. I'm her copy. The original Kaede is dead. That would track. That would track, because why else would Kaede behave differently? And a little bit, more distant from Rena than usual, and why else would Rena react the way she did? Right? She should be happy, it should be a joyous occasion that, hey, Kaede that we thought was lost, maybe even dead, she suddenly appears and she's fine, she's alive. We should be happy. Not sad, not crying, not creepy. Yeah, that would be about the only explanation I can get. The only explanation I can find. I'm kinda trying to tie it into Ui's disappearance, but I don't think I can. Not in any way that makes sense, at least. One explanation would be that the doppel process failed on Ui, but that's the shit explanation, so I'm not even gonna bother noting it down. Poor Rena, poor magical girls. Yeah, like, Kaede really is behaving weirdly. No emotions, no nothing. And Momoko also just standing there. If you come with me, magical girls can be saved. It really feels like Kaede and Momoko joined the Magius. But I'm not sure. Maybe there's something else at work here. Some completely third system that Kaede became a part of. I don't know. I really have no clue. Another question, by the way, if both, what are their names? Mel, I think, and the Yankee girl, if both friends of Yachiyo are dead, who was she calling? Was she calling Tomoko in that one episode? She's the only one remaining friend, right? Oh man. We got some answers in this episode, but they were mostly answers we got in Madoka Magica proper. And we got a metric ton of questions. Huh. Alright. I guess this episode will be a little bit of a shorter one. But I guess that's kind of to be expected, because a good chunk of this episode was kind of reiterating the big reveal from Madoka Magica. So there's not really that much to talk about, right? In that regard, at least, because there's metric fuck ton of stuff besides that to talk about. I just don't know. I just don't know. Like, I thought I have at least some of it figured out, right? I thought that I don't know what exactly happens to Ui, but it's somehow related to Magius. Somehow. Maybe she created the Kamihama magic. Maybe she is responsible for, I know, clearing the soul gems after magical girls go through it, witchification, Kamihama, maybe something, maybe this, maybe that. No, it wasn't her, it was Toka. It was Toka who somehow figured out how to prevent witchification. So I have absolutely no clue anymore what's the deal with Ui. That whole entire theory is just burned. Then we have Kyuubey, which is another complete mindfuck because why did she change so much? If witchification was somehow changing people despite reviving them or, not killing them, Iroha would have been changed. She was witchified like twice already. But there are no changes to her, so it couldn't have been the reason why Kyuubey is behaving differently now. The whole magical girl organization with the handler is her name, I think. I mean, her role, nickname, whatever. With handler at its helm, that's getting more and more suspicious. Because it seems like her, the handler, and Momoko knew what's up. The handler was in the area when Kyuubey fainted after becoming bewitched. So it really seems like the handler knows more than she lets on. So that's another can of worms. But at the same time, see, it's a pity that this show is based on a game, because I really want to be suspicious of the handler. But I know that the handler in the game is probably responsible for leveling up the soul gems of your characters and whatnot, so she can't exactly be evil unless they switch her for a different character in the game. Kinda sorta like Arona and Plana in Blue Archive after a certain point in the story. It's all sus. It's all creepy. But maybe it's just a misdirection. I have a feeling that on the handler's part, it actually might be misdirection. We are supposed to distrust her. We are supposed to distrust Momoko and Kyuubey and the whole organization, but in reality, it turns out that we shouldn't have. I don't know. I've no fucking clue anymore. Then there's the matter of Magius. They make sense. Like, Toka makes sense. We can save magical girls. It's proven to be working. Mifu is a living example of it working. Iroha is a living example of it working. Kyuubey is a living example of it probably working, maybe working, somehow working, I don't know. Maybe it has like a 99% success rate and Kyuubey just happened to be the 1%. Why shouldn't we side with the Magius? Why shouldn't we strive to increase the reach of the Kamihama beacon or whatever is responsible for creating this bubble of altered reality around the city? Why should it? Oh, sorry. Why shouldn't we do that? It means no more witches, right? Because magical girls would be able to eradicate the witches that exist currently and no more witches would be born. It is a perfect solution. It really is. but the Magius are being decidedly very much painted as the antagonists, the evil ones. So I'm inclined to be distrustful towards their methods, but should I be? I already had my suspicions that it might turn out that, hey, the Magius actually have a point, the Magius are actually the good ones. It's just Yachiyo stuck in her old ways, who's against the progress of magical girl technology, and I don't know. Man. Yeah, so many questions, so much new information in one episode from the finale of the season. That's like the most interesting part, because even in Madoka Magica, the main series, we got all of our answers much earlier. We got all of that information much earlier. This time, I guess maybe they knew that there's gonna be 2 more seasons of it. Well, 1 more core in total. I don't know. Yeah, like my entire view of this world, all of my theories, everything just went completely tits up. Completely tits up. There's also the matter of the Kyuubey, of the juvenile Kyuubey. It stands to reason that Kyuubeys are being turned off or disabled or whatever when they try to enter the city, because first of all, Toka probably wouldn't want them here, and second of all, whatever forces are at work here created by Toka, they disrupt the magical girl technology waves or whatever, so incubators probably cannot work within this space. But why is Kyuubey there? That's another mystery that we are not even a step closer to solving. And we've only 1 more episode left. We have no fucking clue what's going on with Ui. We have no fucking clue what's going on with Kyuubey. We've no fucking clue what's going on with Kaede, but there's a chance that that will be revealed in the next episode. It's a roller coaster until the very end, isn't it? Yeah, I think I said everything I needed to say. I'm just gonna be spinning in circles at this point, so I guess I'm just gonna end this episode here. You guys, you tell me in the comments down below, what did you think of this episode, of my reaction, my theories, stuff like that. No spoilers, please, I beg of you. Spoilers can go to my Discord here, also in the description below. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases of not only Magia Record, but also Helk, Some 100 whenever that comes out, Frieren, Shield Hero, Sci-Hat and Paladin, Engine Magus Bride, and plenty of others coming at you in the future. I also stream sometimes, so click the bell to be notified of when I go live. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, link down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Magia Record, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me on YouTube itself via memberships, super thanks, stuff like that. That also gives you a role on the Discord if you wanted. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you can still help the channel by sharing my content, spreading the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! Oh, and here's the list of my wonderful patrons: Kyuubey without a net, Decouper Survivor, Zay Rainer, Akuma, Sir David, Dr. Watt, Marsh, UKLA, Fussel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without having to go through a lecture on magical girl theory.